Okay, so this motion is called the GROW Fund. GRO standing for Growth, Retention, and Opportunity for WBAI. Whereas the station needs to expand its reach and its membership in order to grow and thrive, and these actions come at some cost. And whereas budgetary challenges, can you hear me, Lynn?
No.
Oh, sorry. I don't have a mic. Whereas the motion is called the GROW Fund, for growth, retention, and opportunity for WBAI. Whereas the station needs to expand its reach and membership in order to grow and thrive, and these actions come at some cost. And whereas budgetary challenges have in recent years found the station unable to meet its operational needs and have caused an unwillingness to use, quote, ordinary funds for development. And whereas there are among our listenership persons who would willingly, willingly contribute to projects that may not have an immediate cash yield and or may require, quote, seed money for expenses or matching funds, etc., be it resolved that there shall be a committee of the LSB called the Membership Outreach and Fundraising Committee, whose principal function will be the solicitation of monies which shall be recorded separately as the GROW Fund, and which funds shall not be used by the management for purposes other than those stated above without a vote of the LSB, and for which funds management shall account at least monthly to the LSB. I am adding in writing just so that we're all clear. The Membership Outreach and Fundraising Committee will be comprised of at least 2 volunteer members of the LSB who shall enjoy membership at their first meeting and shall include staff and listeners who obtain membership at their second consecutive meeting. In all cases, membership shall end with the third consecutive unexcused absence. And if there's anything that needs to be explained, I can do so, but I think it's pretty clear. I can send it to, if anybody has a phone and they really want to see it.
Anybody say?
You said the funds raised would be dedicated to what?
The purpose is
Raising more funds.
for actually raising money. It's for raising much money.
But I thought you
It's the
said
Membership Outreach and Fundraising Committee.
right.
So increasing membership, outreach events or opportunities, and fundraising by direct solicitation or whatever, dancing on Atlantic Avenue at 4 o'clock in the afternoon, whatever.
Okay. I thought that in there somewhere you said that the funds should be limited to those said areas. Or I misunderstood.
Right, that's all the funds that are raised will be used for. I thought your question was, I'm sorry, did I misunderstand?
Yes. The funds that would be raised through these efforts
will be to plow back into the system to raise more funds, more membership, and to do more outreach. So it's a revolving fund dedicated to those purposes.
Okay. We're going.
Yeah, well, I'm waiting for somebody to second this first because I have just a point of information. Bob second. Okay, I have a point of information. So, as I mentioned that I was going to set up a committee to brainstorm. So, should that be the same committee? Like, I'm trying to have a committee that has no politics in it. How do you feel about that? And I don't have a problem with this, by the way.
But based on what she said, would that committee meet your needs?
Yes, I mean, it's a committee to focus about raising money, coming up with great ideas and reaching out and raising more money so we raise more money until we have more than we need and we can invest and do different things. It's the same thing, but it's just that for me, it was going to be very loose.
So it might not generate.
And then Serena. William, Serena.
Yeah, it might not generate. any income to be spendable on station expenses
No.
for a year or two or more.
That's fine. It's better to think about the
Building-
mid-term and long-term survival of the station.
Well, I guess if it gets new members, we won't know about that, so that'll
Some
increase
of
the
that will
revenue.
come in,
Okay.
yeah.
Sharon?
Well, to me, it almost sounds like two different committees, just to me, because it sounds like the one that Serene is talking about is specifically for membership and it's the stuff that she mentioned. Is yours specifically for those 3 items she mentioned?
No,
Or yours is
I was
more-
thinking about
That's why I
like
said it sound like two
brainstorming, coming up with, reaching out to groups and things like that, and people who knows how to do, big fundraisers, coming with ideas, reaching out to angel donors outside of
Yeah.
our circle.
So that sounds like this particular one is a dedicated piece for a specific purpose.
Well, it says that the principal function will be to raise money,
Raise money.
along the lines that we just discussed. It doesn't say the only function.
Yeah.
So that monies raised for membership outreach and fundraising are dedicated funds that get marked. But the committee can also do other things.
Okay.
All right, any other? Yes.
Well, I just wanted to address the situation of us as a non-quorum board, which was raised by someone earlier. And
Not what?
a
Not a
board
quorum.
whose meeting
Because we're
tonight
12.
does not have a quorum. And so there was an incomplete version of the Roberts Rules provisions on this that was stated earlier, because I really looked at this closely. And Roberts Rules specifically says, if the body believes that there's a situation that's urgent, that a crucial opportunity would be lost by not acting at the meeting that lacks a quorum, they can go ahead and take the action, essentially an emergency action, on the understanding that the next meeting, which does have quorum, could choose to either ratify it or to reverse it.
Yeah.
So I would suggest that the dire financial crisis of WDAI is a classic example of where an opportunity would be lost if we don't move forward on something like setting up this committee tonight. And so I would say that it's fully within not just the spirit, but the letter of Robert's Rules of Order, which under Pacifica's bylaws we're required to follow. So I think we're completely following Robert's Rules of Order by applying that provision to this motion. And so that's why I support moving forward at tonight's meeting to adopt this motion.
Okay. Any other comments, or can we can we vote on this? Are there any objections to the motion? Okay. Hearing no objections, the motion is passed.
Okay, so I'm sorry. I don't have that handy language, but we've used it before. So is there an objection to my just inserting that so everyone is clear about why we're doing it now?
Yes.
We have no phones. It's
Right.
pretty serious.
Yes, so it'll be at the beginning of your motion, right.
Right.
Agreed.
Okay, there's another. I just had a comment to you, Bertrand. There are a series of plans that have, that have been brainstormed, and so maybe just selecting the things that are roughly what you think it would be workable, and then move towards implementing those, gathering the people who help implement those. But in terms of starting from scratch, there are any number of sustainability plans and things like that that you can start.
Okay.
No,
great.
point of information.
Um,
I'm pretty clear about that. The reason why I was asking and making my point, wasn't an objection, is that, there's not that many of us who are very active getting things done. So I was trying to figure out if the interests of what I'm trying to do and these motions are congruent so that we don't have all these meetings, so where everybody can focus on as one group and just be productive. That's all I was bringing up.
All right.
You know, so like if I can just, like in other words, I'm trying to figure out if I need to do what I was going to do, or just be part of this, or do both. You know, so that's what I was asking for clarification.
I make my own motion now.
Hey, second motion.
Wait a minute, do we need a convener?
Excuse me?
A convener for the committee?
A convener for a committee.
Okay, I'll do it. As the person bringing the motion.
Okay, thank you.
The other motion is called the LSB motion on mandated immediate, the LSB motion on mandated immediate fundraising. And here are the two PNB motions that were approved last Thursday. The Pacifica National Board directs all local station boards and board members to immediately undertake fundraising efforts as follows. 1, seeking sustaining memberships with or without premiums. And 2, seeking people who might provide no-interest loans to the foundation to finance a fundraising mailed by the national office. So they passed them as two separate motions with the same introductory information. And our motion reads, whereas the Pacifica National Board has directed all local station boards and board members to immediately undertake fundraising efforts seeking sustaining memberships with or without premiums and seeking people who might provide no-interest loans to the foundation to finance a fundraising mailed by the national office, be it hereby resolved that the chairs, oh, sorry, I didn't consult with you guys before putting your names in here. That chairs pro tem John Brinkley and Pauline Park shall work with management to create and distribute appeals via the station's constant contact list through inclusion with paper invoices, the station's website, and other ways to obtain assistance. Sorry, I'm so tongue-tied, I'm very tired. So does anyone need to hear it again?
So basically, you're saying that Pauline and I would draft or sign a fundraising letter.
The chairs pro tem John Brinkley and Pauline Park shall work with management to create and distribute appeals via the station's constant contact list.
Appeals meaning letters.
It means whatever innovative ways you can find to get people to give us money now. So if that's a video of the two of you talking as opposed to a mail, I mean, any and everything that can legally generate money. This does not stop you guys from working with the Grow Fund or the MOF that we just agreed to, or with any other formulation that the manager comes up with in terms of consulting with people to do stuff. We just need to get moving. And the same preface about emergency, the reason for the emergency actions is here. And the PNB's own language said immediately undertake, so they don't mean after a 3-month process of trying to figure out who's going to sit on the committee. It means now.
Okay. Any comments, questions? Is there a second?
No, we didn't need a second.
It's a motion.
Oh,
It's a motion, and Sharon seconded. Whoever's taking notes.
Sharon said.
I'm taking notes.
All right. Any questions or comments, or can we?
I have a question about who seconded the Grow Fund motion then?
Well, okay, I thought it was you.
Bob.
Oh, was it you, Bob?
Yeah.
Thanks.
Thank you.
Any objection to this motion?
So,
Any?
just wanted to add.
I didn't have time to.
Yeah. Just wanted to add that in congruent with what's happening
Wait,
here.
hold it. Is there? You have another?
Just adding, in congruent with what's happening here. As you know, our website person passed away, and then we've been putting ads looking for people with those certain skills. You saw the ad on the website. and then we've received a whole lot of people. So what we are doing is, what we're thinking of doing is, like, they're all more competent than the other. So what we're thinking of doing is giving them each a different projects to work on that we need to get done. And then as we see how fast and how skillful they are, and then we utilize them, or we figure out which one of them we're going to use, going forward. Because the website does not need as much maintenance as it needs certain things. Like, we need to build our archives and take it away from Texas. We need to move in the BI body into that website. We need to create a space for podcasts, and we need to create a space where we can.
I'm sorry, stick a pin. That's not intrinsic to this motion, I'm still looking at it.
Right. We were in the process. I asked, were there any questions concerning this motion? It was moved, it was second. There weren't any questions. I asked, are there any objections to passing this motion?
Nope.
Seeing none, the motion is passed.
Okay.
Both motions have been passed.
So I know.
Are there
Okay.
more?
No, I'm
So
done.
to finish my thought, we also want to get these 6 different individuals, one of them, to create a space where we can put some ads on our website. Where we can actually count how many hits they get and all that kind of stuff. So we'll let you know. Some of the things that we needed the website manager to do. Obviously there was not enough time, but we're going to get the 6 different people to do different projects to show which one of them really we should hire.
So you're looking to recruit people?
We have their resumes, we're interviewing them, and
Do you have a point of order, or?
I have a question. Instead of a conversation, I thought we raised our hands. Okay. You know what I mean?
Okay, well, he was finishing.
So nasty.
William.
Okay. Are these 6 people paid or volunteers?
They're applicants.
The applicants. So we're gonna figure it out.
Just gonna
So
give them a
you-
test.
Yeah,
The test is do this, and if it takes 2 weeks, that's still part of the test?
yeah. We're looking at. Yeah.
Okay,
Well,
thank you.
we're gonna figure it out.
Thank you.
We BI. We have to save money. We have to be creative.
I
Okay.
think that's important. I'm glad we're having opportunity to discuss it completely outside of the calendar that we've set up for work tonight, but happy. I'm just thinking that if you want to really compare people's skills, you want to give maybe 2 people the same project. You know what I mean? Instead of giving 6 different people 6 different things, give 2 of them, give
3.
2 of them,
Give 3
come up with 3
projects.
projects and give it to 2 of them, and then whittle it down or something. That way we can stretch out the process of making them work for free.
All right.
And one other thing, I think
We're gonna be
that they
transparent.
should
We're
all,
gonna tell them.
I think whatever these projects are, the time should be the same. So if you're giving people 2 weeks to do it or whatever, give them all the same amount of time.
Project.
Well, it depends on the complexity of the,
Yeah.
Right,
I mean,
so
if-
if they're getting a complex project, then they'll give those people, let's say, 3 weeks. But I'm just saying, if you give people a project and one comes in with the project and whatever it is, this test is, and it's done in 1 week and another one takes 4,
So you give them a maximum time.
John?
Might get done in 2 days.
Wait,
Okay.
did Ralph have?
Do we need to micromanage this? I mean, or do
No.
you think
I don't
Berto
think
can
so.
probably manage it by
That's
himself
what I said, it's
without
really
our
outside
input,
of-
right?
Okay, that
Right,
sounds good.
it's
I'm
time
down
to
with
adjourn
that.
anyway.
Okay.
Did Ralph, did you have your hand up?
No, I was just pointing at people.
Oh.
So the 2 major projects really important for us. is-
Bertho,
Okay.
sorry, you got it. There was a
Right.
question down, did
No.
you?
No, we finished.
Is there a
John,
motion
did
to
you-
adjourn?
Yes,
move
it's
to
been
adjourn.
that.
Adjourn. I second.
Any objections?
Ben second.
A lot of time.
You sure?
Oh, and that's perfect, because we're out of time.
Right, that's
Okay.
the time.
All right,